Alright, so for folks just tuning in, this is what we're doing. We're trying to get naneinf with just the Observatory. Observatory, that's the voucher that gives you times 1.5 molt for all of the planet cards that you have. So if we have 192 Pluto cards, that's times 1.5 times 1.5 times 1.5, 192 times. In order to get naneinf, in order to break the game, we need to get about 800 planet cards, about 800 Plutos. So how are we getting there? If you haven't already seen in part 1 or part 2 or whatever, the lead up to this part of the run, that's on BalatroU University on YouTube. You can watch that later. But basically the idea is there's this glitch with the turtle bean. There's this bug that we can exploit. So you use the turtle bean when you're fighting the Crimson Heart, and then through some machinations, you're able to get permanent increases to your hand size. For folks watching this right now on Twitch, if you type !bug in the chat, then it'll link you to a video that explains it in like a minute or two or something like that. But anyway, we get permanent increases to our hand size. The benefit of the permanent increase is you can do any of the normal, let's say, Baron and Mime type stuff. So if you have a hand size of 60, then that means you draw 60 gold cards every round, and then you get however much money from gold cards re-triggered with the Mime, and potentially reserve parking also gives you money, right? Where's reserve parking? That's the one that gives you money for each face card held in hand. And then for the purposes of scoring points, you can also score points with the Baron. Baron gives you X molt for all of the kings held in hand. If you have hand size 60, you're drawing 60 kings every round. Something like that. So that's the sort of the easy, maybe some would say boring way of going. You can also, with the extra hand size, you can get the spectral card Ectoplasm. Ectoplasm, every time you use Ectoplasm, it costs you increasing amounts of hand size. And it's cumulative, right? So the first one is -1, and then the second Ectoplasm is -2 on top of that, and then another -3 on top of that. So it stacks up very fast, it grows very fast. But if you have hand size 60 or 70 or 80 or whatever it is, you could use a few Ectoplasms. You can get a few negative jokers, and so that's what we've done. We've managed to get a bunch of negative blueprints, a bunch of negative brainstorms. And we did this before with the blueprints and the brainstorms, and the way that we use it is we use them to copy the idol and get naneinf with the idol is another thing you can do. Whatever your favorite joker is, you could get a bunch of copies of your favorite joker, a bunch of negative copies, and then do whatever kind of high scoring synergistic thing with those. What we're trying to do this time is we want to copy Perkeo. Perkeo is the one that makes the extra copies of Pluto. So every round, Perkeo is copied with all of these blueprints and brainstorms. We get that many Pluto cards every round. Let's count them. This is 5 blueprints and I think 8 brainstorms. 8 brainstorms, 5 blueprints. A couple of mods we're using. Number 1, we're using the Saturn mod. Saturn mod allows us to stack up the consumable cards. So instead of having all of these Pluto cards, 192 Pluto cards like that, where now I can't find my Ectoplasm. Where did my Ectoplasm go? We can stack them all up, and then now it's a nice and neat 192 there. Also, the Saturn mod has other features like we have increased game speed. If we want to go to 16 times speed, we could, theoretically. This is what the deck looks like. A little bit difficult to read. We've got 88 cards in the deck. So all of these polychrome red seals. We have kings, queens, jacks, 10s, and 9s, so that we can do straight flushes, so that we can use Seance. Seance is the one that gives you the spectral cards when you play straight flushes. Also, we have the Cartomancer mod. Cartomancer mod does a couple dozen different things, but one thing that it does is it allows us to stack up the cards in the deck view. So I'm not saying that this is a perfect view of the deck, but it's a better view of the deck potentially. More informative. It tells me I have 10 of these polychrome kings, 15 of the queens, 13 of the jacks, but maybe the thing that we care about most is on the left side here, having an even number of each rank so that we can play straight flushes. 9s, 10s, jacks, queens, kings. Alright, so the thing that we need to do right now is just copy Perkeo and get as many Pluto cards as we can. Something that we could be interested in doing in the short term is getting even more blueprints and brainstorms. We technically have a few more spots in our build, This is another feature of the Cartomancer mod, being able to expand the jokers and then get a better view of what's going on. We can see the negatives. Shoot the Moon, Glutinous Joker. We've got Swashbuckler. Here's a Scholar. Ride the Bus. Michelle's hanging out here. Clever Joker, Mad Joker. Nothing too spicy in here, but we do have about, I don't know, 15 or more of these negative tags. We recently got the negative tag. That was at the end of the video that we did. Here we also have Burglar. Burglar you can copy with the Blueprints and Brainstorms, get extra hands. So 3 times however many, you know, maybe 30, maybe 40 hands. And with 30 or 40 hands, farm a bunch of money with the reserve parking. So these are, we're using these right now to make money, but we could theoretically swap these out for more Blueprints and Brainstorms. We got about $30,000. 15,000 of this we made in one round. We made half of our money in one round because of this combo, reserve parking and burglar. So potentially more room there. Also, we have a showman. So showman allows you to get repeats of jokers. So potentially with these negative tags, we can get repeats. All right. After all that, were there any questions I missed in the last 3 minutes? Otherwise, we get shopping. If it comes to you, let me know. Would you look at that? So we can pick up the wetness, we could pick up the hallucination, we could pick up one of these. I will say we did at one point have a lot of hand size. Maybe right now we don't have a lot of hand size. Because now ectoplasm, we've used 11 of them. The next one's going to cost us -12. So maybe the Baron's not going to be super exciting forever, but it does a little bit right now. Someone asked how many Plutos we need. We need about 800. About 800 in order to get the naneinf. The cool thing about getting naneinf with the Pluto cards, with the Observatory, is you don't use up the Pluto cards. So if you can get the naneinf one time, you get naneinf every round forever, all the way through to Ante 39. So this is going to be a long one. We're going to live for a long time. At least that's what the plan is. We could go back in time again. We probably will, you know, maybe not necessarily right just yet because it's -1 discard. Voucher wise, we already have antimatter, extra joker slot. We have the boss reroll. We have double overstock, Omen Globe, of course, Observatory. So really the only thing that we're missing is right here if we want to go back in time. All right, do we need Wheel of Fortune? We could check the tarot cards. The last thing we used was Temperance, so maybe we don't use Wheel of Fortune. Also, if I use Wheel of Fortune, the only thing that it can possibly hit is Brainstorm. And maybe that's bad because in Brainstorm I won't be able to get, won't be able to turn it negative. All right. So Northern Lion foil, we can't take it. But we can pick up Crafty. We could pick up another Nana. How about that? Aren't we down to 2 hand size? No, I think we have 14 still until we use ectoplasm. I think we got room for one more. But we can open the spectral pack and we can see if you want. With the tarot cards, what am I trying to do? Am I trying to play straight flushes or am I trying to just go fully kings? I might go fully kings now. Especially if we're going to start reducing our hand size. Anyway, I could take strength and then turn the queens into kings that way. Maybe something like that. Okay, what's standard pack we don't need? Look, we got reserve parking. We got business card. All right, let's see here. DJ Cube has a question. DJ Cube wants to know, question about going back in time. Is it better to buy the voucher? Is it better to buy the voucher after the big blind so that you have time to do rolls in the shop? Or does it matter? So if you're playing on a random seed, you actually don't know what's in Ante 19 compared to what's in Ante 20 compared to what's in Ante 21. If you're playing on a random seed, it's all just random. It's all, you don't know what's going to be where. So it doesn't really matter if you buy this. It takes us to Ante 19 and we can reroll and get Ante 19 stuff. but I don't know what's in Anti-19. I don't know what's in Anti-20. I don't know if Anti-19 or Anti-20 is better as far as like what's available in the shop. The main deciding factor for the time travel vouchers is the first one gives you -1 hand, and so I usually don't take it right away because -1 hand, then I'm losing a little bit of value for a couple rounds if I take it. And so you delay it as much as possible. You take it as late as possible. You take it after the big blind. Though sometimes if you're playing, maybe you're in a situation where you need to lower the scoring requirements. Maybe I'm concerned about making enough points, and then so you take it right away at the start of the ante. Maybe also if there's like a voucher skip, what you can do is you can take it right away and then take a voucher skip and get a bunch of vouchers. And then that would be, you would have a chance of getting the petroglyph after skipping. Yeah, so this question about, you know, getting the naneinf or whatever observatory only, what we're trying to do is get enough planet cards to where we could get naneinf with just the observatory, and potentially there are some other jokers. Potentially there's also like the polychrome technically gives you points, but not a meaningful amount of points. If you want, we can sell the Baron, but there's really no reason to. Stock my bus skin, that goes with my business card. Unfortunately, we don't have the golden ticket anymore. Could take a slide joker. All right, could go blackboard. We got 2 hallucinations now. Look at that. Actually, you know what? Look at this. Whoa, look at those guys. All right. Wait, how does the blackboard look? Oh, that's slick. I like that. I like that a lot. I like the negative one. Sweet. Do we have any other kind of good? I guess Sock and Buskin we've seen already. Okay. What about Splash? Splash is incompatible, of course. Hold on, I gotta open the door for Fable. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. So what else? We got 4 more negatives. There's a flower pot and a luchador. Okay. Plutonium, if we want. 6 cents. That's interesting. That could be useful, actually. We don't need Eris, we don't need Judgment. Could take a bull. 58,000 on the bull. Did I get the new PC online? Yes. I did. Okay, what am I looking for now? I'm looking for tarot cards. I'm looking for... Maybe we can do the Hangman. Actually, I think I still want to do this. I still want to do Burglar plus Parking with the Serpent for money. So maybe we don't remove cards. Maybe we just don't remove cards. Are we spades? We're spades, yeah. Non-negative parking can get replaced because we have negative parking now. That's true. That's correct. Okay. Imagine if Temperance wasn't capped. The game would be worse. It would be fun one time, but overall the game would be worse. Alright, could take strength here. I would really prefer death. I don't have room for my plutonium because I have an ectoplasm. Okay. Another blueprint or brainstorm would be cool. There's another cola. Okay. So we can get rid of the parking if we want. Okay. So there's death. Maybe I try to get a second death card. Maybe we take the golden ticket for money. We'll take a mime. I think I want to go, let's check out the spectral pack. Ishmael, thank you for the prime sub. Paul, thank you for the prime sub as well. Adam Alika, thank you for the gifted sub for Eve. Alright, I do apologize. This is a common thing when I'm shopping. I gotta focus and it's a little bit hard for me to keep up with the chat. Alright, I can use strength on the queens. I can turn a 9 into a king. How about that? And then skip the rest. Shopping time is serious time. Yeah. How much re-rolling do we want to do? I mean, we take the cola. Cola is how we got here, so cola is the way that we're going to go out. I could take a death card, I guess. There's another showman. Fortune teller is 491. There's strength. There's invisible. Even though it doesn't give me money, we can hold on to it. What we learned is basically we have enough money, invisible almost always just gets replaced with an actual blueprint or brainstorm from the shop. That's the kind of money that we're working with right now. All right, $50. I mean, we could definitely afford to reroll more. It's just a matter of, do we want to? The benefit of rerolling more, potentially, because we do have the showman, we can get more negatives, just random negatives. Wingcap says we probably make about 15,000 per round, so we can get a little bit spendy here. Yeah, that's fair. Dolphin Lord says invisible is kind of like insurance. That's I would say that's one way to think about it. I would say another way to think about it is instead of having invisible joker, if I just have golden ticket, which gives me 10,000 bucks, that's a different kind of insurance. Maybe. We could take DNA. The problem with DNA is currently the observatory is on Pluto, is on high card. If we play high card as the first hand, then the round ends and we won't be able to farm as much money. Do DNA for like 2 rounds? Maybe. I would potentially consider it. Maybe not this round, but maybe in the next round, depending on how it goes. Let me think about it. I'll probably reroll, I don't know, maybe reroll 100. Something like that. Another Baron. Maybe what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get colas. So in the absence of everything else, trying to get cola. There's another invisible joker. See, invisible jokers, they come around. Alright. We don't need the standard pack. Let's go next. So let's make sure all the blueprints and brainstorms are going to copy the percolator. Go next. Oh yeah. Maybe maybe we'll do this. Maybe we can speed it up a little bit. Alright, Doc, has the doc messed around with the idea of negative playing cards? Here's the one way you could get away with negative playing cards. So currently, Invisible Joker, when it copies a negative, the copy will not be negative. And it's the same with Ankh. Ankh copies a Joker, but it can't copy the negative quality of the Joker. So if you want to have negative playing cards, if you want to have playing cards that, what would a negative do? It just doesn't take up space in your hand. Just like a negative Joker doesn't take up a Joker slot, negative consumables don't take a consumable slot. So negative cards, you could have more cards in hand, right? Those cards are copyable with Cryptid, they're copyable with Death cards, and so what you would have to do is, if I copy a negative with Death, the copy isn't negative. That would be the one way that you could get away with balancing it. But basically the idea is, if you have a negative playing card in your deck, that's the same as having a negative juggler. How easy or how difficult it is to get a negative juggler. Juggler, which gives you +1 hand size. Permanently gives you +1 hand size without taking up any space. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty powerful. I think you could do it. I think it would have to be incredibly rare to have negative playing cards. USR, thank you for the gifted subs. 5 gifted subs. That's awesome. All right. All right, so we got the death cards. You know, we'll stack up the plutonium. We want to copy the burglar so we can get our extra hands. 46 extra hands. All right. Yeah, how about we... I can go death here. I can turn a 9. You know what? Let's do the king. Let's get all the shiny ones. How about that? All right, so if we want to maximize the amount of money, if we play high card, the round ends because of the plutonium. We have to play pairs, or we can play potentially, we can play 5 card hands and we can do the golden ticket for money. Which is better, golden ticket or parking? Probably golden ticket's better. We have a negative mime. Do we have a negative mime? No, we have sock and buskin. Yeah, golden ticket's better. So let's do that. Play the flush house. There's probably a better way to optimize this. That's a tasty sound. We'll do it one more time. So how about this? We could do... This is a flush. Let's grab... Where is it? Sock my buskin. Let's put it right here. So we'll do all the blueprints and all the blueprints on Sock my buskin, all the brainstorms on the golden ticket, and then let's try another one. Flat, thank you for the prime sub. Crash, I'm glad you can make it. This might take a minute. Yeah, seems like it. Okay, we came prepared for this. We've got the necessary modifications. I guess I got time. I could do this. There we go. Get off the floor. Would the run have worked better if we had done it with pairs instead of high card? Yes. So if you do Observatory on pairs, then you can play high card without ending the round. You can use DNA without ending. You can use Sixth Sense. So pairs is best, but when we started the run, we got a Priestess, and the Priestess gave us Plutonium. And so if you give me Plutonium right away in the first ante, then that's the one that I'm going to copy, even though pairs would be better. All right. So how about we do this? If we remove the animations, you're going to have to look over here. So we've got 6,498. So how much was that? So we had 6,500. Now we have 9,000, or sorry, 7,900. So we got like $1,500 from that. Yeah, a little bit less than 15,000. This is when we play face cards, because Sock and Bus can re-trigger the face cards. I don't think we have Pareidolia, right? Okay. So, we can... Sock my Buskin, we'll hold on to that one. We'll do the... How about the 9s and 10s? This is 4 of a kind. Let's go back to... Man, this is going to be annoying, doing all the shuffling. All the jokers. Oh, wow. Alright, Suck and Buskin out of here. Let's do... That's only 500. We got Splash. I mean, yes. Oh! I see you. I see you. We got Splash. You right. Sick. Okay. So what you're saying is, it doesn't matter. You could play whatever hand you want. You could play 4 of a kind, let's play 4 of a kind. Flash it in. Bang. Oh. That's so easy. That might be the best. Of all the jokers we got from the negative tags, that might be the most important. Hot take. Flash is the most important. Huge quality of life. Huge. Absolutely massive. Looks great as a negative. Alright. I guess let's go back to the non-face cards. Okay. Throw 5 of those. Okay. Go back over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang. Okay. If we play high card, we end. We don't want to do that. So we can play 4 with a 10, right? We could do that. We can play a pair of jacks. We can get a tiny bit more money if we play just the solo 9. And if you haven't seen this before, let's get all the plutonium out here. All right, get ready. Bang. Is it worth it to play all the numbered cards individually as pairs? You get more money from golden ticket than from parking. Well, probably that's true. Even if it's not true, it's faster to just play 5 at a time. And you know, that's what matters the most. Quality of life, right? Stack them up. Alright, I'm not going to do that again. We're going to skip the animation. So we went from 25,000 to 43,000. Wait, did Michelle leave us? No, she's still here. We had 2, but we got 1. Okay. So we can do a little bit of shopping. So we're looking for cola, we're looking for death. Brainstorm mod kind of satisfying. Oh, the one that makes the blueprints and the brainstorms copy. That's the blueprint mod, does the blueprint one. The brainstorm mod is the mod which we use to help set up this run. So brainstorm mod so that we could start with a soul that give us per KO and give us the observatory. The way that it works is it combs through random seeds. It keeps generating random seeds until it finds one that matches the criteria. If you don't already know how the brainstorm mod works. Invisible, we said we don't need. Golden ticket is replaceable, let's remember that. We can use some plutonium. We do want to have more cards in the deck, don't we? So, I mean, maybe we do the DNA. Just one round DNA. It would cost us $15,000 to do DNA one time. Is it worth $15,000? Probably. If we're being totally honest, it's probably worth that much money. $15,000 saves us some clicks. Okay, I see. Could take brainstorm now. So since we have negative parking, we could just get rid of the ticket and take a brainstorm here. I guess. Now we can't do DNA. Or maybe we do DNA anyway? The earlier you do the DNA, the more value you get. Dang. Now you're speaking my language. Put it into words I can understand. I mean, we need to get 870 Pluto cards. Hey, look, she's back. we don't have like a whole lot of room to just goof around, you know? Less money now, more money later. I get it. I understand how investments work. Alright, we'll just get another DNA. Hey look, there's a cola. So, you know what we could do? We could get rid of the stinky one, since this one's holographic. I mean, we just replace it with a blueprint anyway, right? Alright, I want another death card. Oh, I could take a free reroll? That's 80 bucks. Alright. Maybe, is it even worth it to use Temperance? Maybe we got enough money we don't have to worry about Temperance anymore. I tell you right now, this is going to be 8 hours of shopping. Like, you think we're going to finish this in one night? There's no way. I could take this death card, I guess. Hermit even less so, even less important for us to do. Alright, so there's DNA. I missed the clown. The clown was 100 bucks, but we got the DNA. We'll do the DNA. Is this the new PC? This is the new PC. You know, we got 100 bucks. Alright, let's go next. So we copy the percolator. Okay. We got the plutonium. Okay. We copy the burglar. Does it matter if we copy the burglar? No. Could we have replaced the burglar with the DNA? Yes. Alright. So, what happens if we do the DNA dance? You know, what happens if we go use death here, turn a 9 into a king? Why buy magic trick? I mean, for exactly this reason. Sometimes you need to add cards to the deck in a hurry, and magic trick allows you to do that. DNA is one way to do that, but sometimes you don't have room for DNA. So, yeah, what happens if I do this? I lost $10,000. No, $15,000. Alright, but now we got 31 of these kings. If we turn off the Cartomancer, what does it look like? Oh, yeah. Looks just about the way that I expected. Alright. Well, I guess now we just go back to shopping. We get a nice amount of money anyway. Alright. I have a telescope, but I can't... My telescope is on pairs. Pairs is my most played hand. Hey look, a blue joker. So, do we do DNA again now that we got 100 cards in the deck? If we have 40 hands, 40 times 5 cards, that's 200. So we should do the DNA some more. I'm not going to do DNA this time because we have the boss coming up. I want to do the serpent for the boss. Okay, but we can add another blueprint to the team. We could take another blueprint instead of one of these brainstorms. Pick up another blue joker. More plutonium. Okay, so we don't need parking. Don't need this brainstorm. I need temperance. Sorry, QCon wants to know, would I be willing to sell some of the blueprints as cola? If I got cola, would I sell a blueprint like a cola? Probably not. Alright. There's death. I don't need to take this death. I could get a different death. Yeah, just rolling to try to get random negatives. Basically, I have all the jokers that I need for this round. I just use the blueprints and the brainstorms on the burglar. Dang, we got all the fools, but no temperance. 40 rerolls, no temperance. That's crazy. There's one. Do I have a mime for the parking? I don't think we got a mime. We got a baron. That's it. Oh, temperance heard that we didn't need it anymore, and then so it decided to hide from us. Yeah, so here I guess I sell brainstorm, but then I don't get the cola. You could sell the burglar and then reroll into another burglar, I guess. Are we gonna do parking this round? That's why I sold the DNA, is so that we could do parking. Maybe I'm supposed to take strength so that we can apply it to the queens. Trying to get more negatives. Hey, look, a brainstorm. You know, we got all these brainstorms. I didn't see a burglar yet this shopping cycle. Confused while we sold the copy. Wait, copy of what? Brainstorm? So that we can make room for cola. Brainstorms come back. It's not a big deal. Oh yeah, we had at one point 2 bananas. They expire independently. So one expired and the other one didn't. So we can find Cavendish even though we still have a banana. Brainstorm is your favorite Joker art? I think it's pretty cool. I really like Shortcut. I really like the castle. Those are some of my favorites. Even Splash I think is great. Splash has a negative. Look at that. That's sick. I think the blackboard is pretty well done. I like that it turns into a whiteboard when it's negative. Yeah, Castle and Splash have kind of the same color scheme. You take Pareidolia. That turns cards into face cards for parking. Negative Throwback, that's a good one. That's a really good one for sure. Polychrome Cavendish today. Polychrome Cavendish, banger. Are we selling Brainstorm instead of Burglar just in case Burglar doesn't come back? Yeah, just in case Burglar doesn't come back. So like, we don't need this many, you know, we don't need every blueprint, every brainstorm or whatever, but we do need the burglar because the burglar gives us an insane amount of money. So hit like delayed gratification. See, we can just keep collecting negatives with the showman. This is part of why you keep the showman forever, is so that you can just keep getting more stuff. Whatever your favorite stuff is, you can keep getting more. I would like to get... Maybe Pareidolia is correct. Maybe we want the dice. You think we can get the dice? I think there were a couple opportunities for us to get the dice and I just ignored it. Dusk is going to be a no. Could take extra parking instead of Pareidolia. No. Keep rolling, who's gonna stop me? Hey, there's another burglar. Extra burglar doesn't really do anything. Showman increases chances for negatives? No, but what Showman allows is, if I don't have Showman, I can't get a negative burglar. I can't get a negative blueprint. I can't get a negative brainstorm. I can't get a negative parking. I can't get, you know, relevant negatives. Copies of interesting negatives. Alright. I think that's going to be it for me. Go back in time. Copy the percolator. Go next. Mime is important? Mime would be nice, yeah. Oh well. So, I will reroll the boss. There's the serpent. We copy the burglar. We can make more kings. Potentially for more money. Alright, we copy parking, right? So all the blueprints and brainstorms on parking. And then we go, we have to play pairs. We can't play a high card. So this pair, that's 170 bucks. Okay, that's 180 bucks. That's 200. All right. So if we just do 200 bucks times 50 hands, you know? Why did I play clubs? What do you mean clubs? Everything's spades as far as I can tell. Golden ticket is way better. Against the serpent, the parking is better. So the way that you think about it is that's $300 for 2 cards. $300 for 2 cards, that's $150 per card. Compared to if I'm doing the golden ticket, you play 5 cards to get $1,000. So that's like $200 per card. So it's kind of close. We have an unlimited number of hands. It's not about dollars per hand, it's about dollars per card. Alright, so you play 2 10s, and that's 360. Okay. 2 jacks. That's 388. Get about 3 times the amount of money with parking. Wait, 3 times the amount of hands with parking. Yeah, something like that. So many cards in hand that we're starting to score points with the kings. That's too many kings. That's something to consider. Maybe we play these 2. Maybe we play these 2. You know, we don't want to score too many points. I'm not super concerned about it, but... Alright, that's $500 for just 2 cards. $540 for that pair. Pair of jacks. Is there a negative baron? We did get a negative baron. We also got negative shoot the moon. Shoot the moon here. Negative baron there. Yeah, he's in there somewhere. Alright, we can still play pairs. $500 per pair. Until we run out of cards. Pair of... Hey, look, a gold seal. Dang. Oh, maybe... Oh, we don't have a golden ticket. If we had a golden ticket, now that we have only 5 hands left, you could pick out 5 card hands. Oh well. All right, and then for the final hand, we want to play high card. Ship it. Oop. E95. All right, so according to my calculations, we could probably DNA again. If you want to DNA again. We have a negative business card. We do, yeah. And we got Sock and Buskin. Where is it? Sock and Buskin. Negative business card is right here. Illusion voucher. 2 Arcana packs. That's a great deal. I'm going to save Ectoplasm until we get past Ante 24. Okay. Strength is okay. Strength is okay. Strength I can use on my queens. Maybe I want to reroll into a death card. Paradoli is replaceable. There's a bean, which we don't need right now. There's Temperance. Death. Okay. Observatory alone is enough for Ante 24. Yeah. Scoring points is not what I'm concerned about. If I use Ectoplasm and go minus 12 hand size, it may be difficult to make pairs. So, and also then we won't get as much parking money if we only have hand size 2. And so maybe we don't do that right away. Alright, go Death, and then I can use Cryptid. Yeah. Cool. There's no reason to be in an Ante 24. There's no reason to do it. There's absolutely no reason. But everyone wants me to. So we're going to, obviously. There's like a 2% chance that we get +5 hand size. Which would be pretty exciting, right? Yeah, I'll take those odds. Yeah. Wish there was a Twitch mod that allowed you to see the deck information. So, like, you could click on the deck and see it yourself. You could click on the jokers and see them yourself. Click on the run info and see it yourself. If there was some kind of Twitch extension. That would be nice. That would be useful. I'm sorry, such a thing does not exist. Yet. Oh, I should have taken the free reroll. That's $100. Something similar for Slay the Spire? Yeah, someone actually created a mod where if you mouse over the jokers on your screen, it'll give you the pop-up. It'll give you the information about the joker. But you can't do things like view the deck, for example, unless I do it for you. Slay the Joker? Yeah. Someone, of course, created this kind of mod for Slay the Spire, and then so now it also exists for BalatroU, or at least that's what the idea is. That's what the plan is. Glasses, hello, welcome back. Cass, thank you for the 11 months. I really hope in 11 months' time I'm pronouncing Cass correctly and it's not like Cass or something like that. Like, it's okay if I mispronounce it on purpose, but if I'm actually trying and then I'm saying it wrong, I do apologize. Alright, we can get rid of more 9s. And that's it. Do magic, trick, and illusion vouchers help here? They did for the first 50 rounds, but maybe they don't help as much right now. That's just kind of the nature of the beast. We could take a mime. We said dice is okay. Keep forgetting that we could do the dice. If we want to get parking money. To do the dice. We could do the dice and the mime. We could do the whole suite. We could do the whole combo. We could get rid of one of these blueprints maybe. How about that? Yep. So, if you want to make a silly amount of money, might score too much with the mime. Oh, because of the Baron? Baron and the mime combination? E43, we'll figure it out, we'll figure it out. Don't stress, I got you. Oh, did we say we were gonna do DNA? Next shop we'll do DNA. Technically, if I take a bean right now, bean gives me more money. But let's copy the percolator. Okay. Let's copy the burglar. We could reroll the boss. We could set it up. Hello, Raffle. Hello, Raiders. For folks just tuning in, you're seeing this is a continuation of a run that's already lasted like 7 or 8 hours. So the short version is we use the turtle bean. The turtle bean, that's the one that is supposed to give you +5 hand size. We use the turtle bean. There's a glitch. There's a glitch that allows you to get permanent increases to your hand size. We got up to hand size like 70 or something like that. If you want to know how the glitch works, !bug in the chat. There's a linked video. And then with the bean, we've used 11 ectoplasms. With 11 ectoplasms, we have a few blueprints and a few brainstorms. Why do we want blueprints and brainstorms? I mean, right now I'm going to use it to make a ton of money. But also what you could do is you can copy Perkeo. You can get a dozen Pluto cards. Every round, a dozen more. We're trying to get naneinf with just Pluto. Just the Observatory, naneinf. That's what the goal is. Welcome, Raiders. Watch me make a ton of money. Alright, so I'm going to turn this 9 into a king. I'm going to turn this 10 into a king. This is what the deck looks like, by the way. We're using the Cartomancer mod. Cartomancer mod tells me I have 41 of these kings. I have 13 of these queens. We started out with 9s through kings so that we could do seance, so that we could get the spectral card, so that we could get the ectoplasm. But now we don't need to do that anymore. This is my last ever ectoplasm. If I use this, I go to hand size 2. So now I'm working on turning everything into kings. Other exciting things in here, we got the showman, of course. We got the negative baron. We've got the you know, there's negative sock and buskin in here, you know, all kinds of fun stuff. So if I want to make the most possible money, I put the blueprints on the mime like this. This configuration gives me the most possible money. The problem with this configuration is because I have the negative baron, this scores too many points. So obviously we got to get rid of the baron and then start collecting our money. If we play high card, we get too many points from the observatory. So we have to play a pair instead of high card. And we're using the Saturn mod to skip the animations, but for the Raiders who are just tuning in, this is what it looks like. Play the pair. You know, we got time. We could probably figure out how much money we get per king. Yeah, so once again here, Raiders, if you want to see the whole run, if you want to see the setup, how we got to this crazy point here, it's BalatroU University on YouTube. Yeah, we're using a couple of mods. It's all quality of life type mods. We don't have any mods that affect the gameplay in any way. So if you wanted to, when we get done with the run, you could get the seed yourself. You could play the run yourself from beginning to end. Do all the same crazy stuff, or different crazy stuff, if you want to use your ectoplasms for other purposes. All of this is 100% possible in vanilla. Yeah, exactly. All right. That took a decent bit of time. So let's keep track here. We have $39,000 right now. I'm going to turn off the animations. I'm going to see how much money we can get. All right, ship it. So that's $790. No, $760. Let's see it again. Yeah, 761. All right, let's get rid of this king. Do a couple more of these. We could play a flush, I guess. The money noises gave up. Yeah, we're just skipping it all. Yeah, this is why we have so many hands. This is why you copy the burglar to get the hands, and you copy the parking to get the extra money. You copy the mime to re-trigger the parking. The dice also allows us to get twice as much money, right? Oh yeah, we have 104 cards in the deck because we have 50 hands. Because we have that many blueprints and brainstorms. Alright, let's play the gold seal. Obviously, we gotta optimize. Obviously, we gotta make sure we play the gold seals first. That way we can use the red seals for the re-trigger. That extra $3? Yeah. You know, here in round 60, we still got a lot of deck building to do. I gotta get rid of all these 9s. Oh, there's some 10s. There are 9s. So... Alright, what are the chances for a Joker to be naturally negative? It's 0.3%. It's 1 out of 300. It's actually the same odds as getting the soul card or getting the black hole. Alright, pair of 9s and a pair of 10s. And this is the last hand. So if we want, we could copy the mime and then make sure that we get, okay, so this is 777, right? 7,700. Ship it. So from all the gold cards, that's about, I guess that's only like 800 bucks. Oh well. All right. Copy the percolator. Now what? So I want death. I possibly want strength also. We said maybe DNA. We would allow DNA. Michelle left us again. Bummer. Negative Nanner. RIP. There's DNA. So we said this. We said maybe we don't have enough cards in the deck. Maybe we want to do DNA so that we can get more cards and get more money. But I think there we didn't actually draw all of our cards, so maybe we don't need DNA. Because if we take DNA, we won't be able to play all of our hands. We will miss out on $20,000. So maybe we don't do DNA. We could take a cola though. So yeah, maybe we don't need the 6s. Goodbye, chip. Yeah, for folks, raiders, or folks just tuning in, when I'm shopping, it's a little bit harder for me to keep track of what's going on in the chat. So if you've got questions, just repeat it when I get done shopping. Also, if you @ me, then it highlights it on in my interface, and it makes it easier for me to see the questions. What did we get rid of? We got rid of the dice. So we could try to get more dice, I guess. I really appreciate all of the TAs answering questions as well when I'm unable to. Alright, we can take a blueprint, I guess. Any new negatives recently? The new ones are, we got delayed gratification and we got the banner. Those are the new ones. If you missed the last 12 minutes. Hey, look, a cola. So we can pick up a cola. I mean, what's the point of getting all the money if you can't get the cola? Alright. There's another brainstorm. I would like a strength card, I think. Before I open the Arcana pack. Death works. What's the current high card level? It's 105. Okay, this king gets the glow up. I'm gonna get rid of the 10, make it shiny. I know I said I wanted to get rid of the 9s, but I like making the shiny ones. Purple seal, we don't need anymore. I could take the golden ticket for money instead of the mime. In the short term, that gives us probably more money than the mime does. Is that true? Am I crazy? Let's try it. Alright, so we go brainstorm here. We got the golden ticket. This is more compact. Takes up less space. Take the mime for the serpent. Yeah, but the serpent is not like right now. The serpent is 1 round from now, and a lot can happen between now and then. Oops, there was a temperance. Oh no, we missed 50 bucks. Absolutely embarrassing. I'll take a death card. Temperance. Yeah, missed half a reroll. I mean, if there's... You get the clown joker, that's a whole reroll. That's a whole $100 reduce. We got 65,000. We'll see mime again eventually. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I haven't seen a mime yet this rotation. You know, let's get rid of the foil. There we go. I'll use a fool for death, that's fine. So let's make sure we copy the percolator. Get this crazy guy going here. Alright, 261. We are trying to get 870. 870 is what you need to get. Can I do the burglar at half speed? Alright, we'll do it one time. You want the burglar? Okay, here we go. Oh, I regret this immediately. Sorry, Weird wants to know, how long has it been since the last backup? I haven't made any backups of this run yet. What happens if we accidentally die if we play a pair as the last hand? Then we die. We're not doing it again. No repeats, no refunds. Alright. Let's turn the animations off. So now, check it out. We can sock my buskin in here. How many, what's the optimal number, right? Sock and buskin compared to golden ticket. I think it's like that. Quick eyeball here. That's 7 of those, 7, 8 of those. That's 7 of those. So actually 2, and then this is correct. All right. So use death and turn a 10 into a king. We have splash, we got the wetness, so we can play any 5-card hand. Bang. Okay, so that's 800 bucks, but it cost me 5 cards. That's 1,000 bucks. Here, let's do all the face cards. Alright, that's 1,500. So 1,500 for 5 cards is $300 per card. Wingcap, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Any new gifted subs today, and also any prime subs, any one-time subs, if you want to join the University Discord, ! Discord for instructions. Yeah, great splash value, great quality of life value. The real important one is you could do 4 of a kind and then +1. I guess I saved the 9. Is that true? Or we play the 9? We're gonna play them all eventually. We're gonna touch them all, right? Have we done the bean bug yet? We have. So we currently only have 14 hand size because we used 11 ectoplasms. If ectoplasm is -12, how would you go about, how would you go about applying it to a joker without reducing the hand size? Well, we got 14, so we could go -12. We will survive. The only reason I haven't done it yet is because it'll cost me my ability to make money. We've been in ante 20 for an hour. I mean, we did get the time travel voucher, so technically we've done 2 antes in an hour. Is the doc also good at tabletop games? I like to think so. Strategy games, tabletop deck building games, for sure. Alright, so we can play 3. And then we can finish on 1. That's it. Alright, Sock and Buskin goes over here. Copy the percolator. Doc, look out. Am I under attack? Are they coming for me? We got too many hands left over? Yeah. So now it's serpent time, so now the ticket gets replaced. Let's do it. Maybe we can DNA. Not against the serpent. The serpent represents too much money. But we could DNA again after the serpent. There's the mime. I told you it would come back around. If we really want to money max here, we got to get the dice. Okay, we got to get the big dice for the big money. Doc missed a sub from Psychologic. Psychologic, thank you for your prime sub. A Kleptomania, thank you for 2 months. Wait, did I miss the dice? I was doing the subs. It's okay, it'll come back around. I told you it's distracting. I gotta focus while I'm shopping. Gotta visualize. What's the dice look like? It's green, right? If we want the dice, we get rid of a blueprint. Take a free reroll. What's the strategy to getting all the gold stickers on all the jokers? Okay. Here's the... I'm not sure if you're ready for this. Here's the real answer. Okay, what's the strategy to get all the gold stickers on the gold stakes? Play whatever deck you can tolerate the longest. Play whichever deck you're going to hate the least. Play whichever deck is going to be the most fun. Okay, that's part of it. That's like 80% of it. The other 20% is you don't have to win every run. You just have to win eventually, right? And so what you could do is restart until you get a strong start. Don't spend all day restarting for a purpose, or sorry, restarting for a perfect start, but restart for a good enough start. And then from there, it's like, okay, well, I already know this is a winning run. And now that I have a run that I already know I'm going to win, I could potentially win with maybe not so many jokers and wait until ante 7 or ante 8 and then re-roll and fill my joker slots with garbage. And that's how you actually get the gold stickers. So maybe my advice would be don't look at the collection until you get to ante 7. That's part of it. Strange Plant says stacking hand agnostic builds. So like stacking chips joker, stacking plus mult joker. Then it doesn't matter what hand you play. If it doesn't matter what hand you play, it doesn't matter what jokers you use. Yeah, kind of. That's kind of it. If you get a good start where you get a blue seal, let's say, and you have high level hands, then you can probably win without that many jokers and use all your joker slots for money. Usually if you're playing straights and you get an early blue seal, then you can win with just leveled up straights. Burnt joker start, that could be a strong start. Alright, I need... Do I want to use a Fool for death, or do I just want to reroll into another death? Getting kind of expensive. There we go, Temperance, yes. And some Hermits. Still want more death. Even though I had the opportunity to use the Fool, we got plenty of money. There's death and a hermit. Nice. Take a celestial pack. No plutonium. We can skip. All right. Here we go. Copy the percolator. We have the serpent. So we copy the burglar. We want to go parking. We want to go mime. We want to do... That's correct. Okay. I want to go... 10 becomes a king. Play a pair. What's the long-term benefit of having all kings? So reserve parking gives us money for face cards, and so turning them all into kings, like turning 10s and 9s into face cards, like that's a benefit there. Another benefit is if I play high card, the round ends. I win. If I play a pair, I can keep farming. So I want to be able to play as many pairs as possible. Having all kings, and not just kings and queens and jacks, but having just one rank allows me to play more pairs. Or at least play pairs more easily. Alright, so this is $1,100 for that hand. Pair of 10s is worth $1,200. Van Helsing? Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Why not keep a cola, and then any extra blueprints and brainstorms can be used to copy the cola? That's a thing we could do. I guess I don't want to sacrifice the Joker slot to do that. It costs me a slot to hold on to a cola. It's not free. Alright, that's 1,700, 1,800. We need a negative cola. Negative cola, that would be the one. That would be sick. Alright, I play the jacks. I want to make sure I play the gold seals. I want to make sure I play the king that isn't gold. I can play 2-10. Queens. Alright, so that's it. We've drawn all the cards. We can play jacks and then kings. $2,400 per hand. I guess we do have quite a bit more money than we had before. Alright, in the last hand we gotta play one. And potentially copy the mime, I guess. Well, if you really wanted to, we could do this. Dramatic final hand. So allegedly this gives me time to move the mime. So if I play like this, I can move the mime. And then I keep the mime money also. Nice. Okay. Now what? Hey, look, there's another negative tag. You want some more negatives? We could fill up on negatives. There is a concern about, do we have enough blueprints and brainstorms to get enough percolation going? Do we have enough percolation in order to skip? No more negatives? If we get more negatives, then it is going to be more to keep track of. Of course we want more negatives. Okay, how about this? How about we spend $50,000? Alright. Good talk. See you in a half hour. Alright, we can get Hermit. Emperor, I guess. I'm looking for a Temperance. I could use a little bit of Plutonium, I guess. Gift card, nope. Doc's distracted. Hit him with the emote only mode. Give him a minute of emote only. Alright, we want Temperance. Now we can copy with the Fool. There's a golden ticket. We don't need the golden ticket. I mean, we could take the golden ticket later, but right now it doesn't matter. Right now we just want cola. How much money is it going to take me to get a cola? That's the real question. Can we even? Can we get a cola? I've seen 2 gift cards. There's death. There's a banana. Okay. There's another mime. There's a DNA. There's another gift card. That's the third gift card. No cola. Dang, chat is going crazy tonight. Yeah, if you got a scholarship, if you got a new sub, show me your favorite emote. Okay, so we take a brainstorm. Okay. There's a bean. That's not what I want. I'm not gonna open the... Let's see here. We can get rid of this mime. Okay. There's a death. I missed the clown. That's $100. All right, there we go. No space. Am I going to give up a burglar? Yeah, we got to. It'll come back around. Maybe we get a negative burglar. That'd be pretty sweet. I'm seeing some nods in the chat. Okay. Let's see. Golden ticket. No. Still no Kohler. Where's the Kohler at? You know, we could hang out. We could pick up Michelle here for a minute. Getting kind of thirsty, actually. I had a lemonade, and then now I don't. Stupid's here. Stupid's my co-pilot. Stupid, we got the negative tag. We got another one coming up. We're using the full power of the Cartomancer. We have negative jokers that we actually care about looking at. If you missed the negative tag, the first negative tag that we did, we got negative Sock and Buskin, negative 6 cents, negative business card. There was a negative Baron, but he was doing too much, so we asked him to leave. Van Helsing says, suffering from severe depression and anxiety. Panic attacks manifest as seizures. That sounds very stressful. But the YouTube videos and streams and that sort of stuff is a way of cheering you up and calming you down. I am glad to hear that. And I'm always happy to hear from folks, you know, saying they get some kind of entertainment value from the content, or folks just, oh, I put it on and then it helps me sleep, because like that's what I do. I watch people play Magic the Gathering before I go to bed. That helps me fall asleep, and so it's nice to hear that other people sort of get the same benefit from my own content. So yeah, you know, it's a bummer hearing that you kind of have to deal with these kind of things, depression, anxiety type stuff, but I really appreciate you coming and telling me that you know, you get some value from the content. It does cheer me up as well. I've got my own struggles too. And coming here and hanging out with all you folks helps a lot. Kurglow, thank you for 4 months. Also, sorry I missed it earlier. Biggie Mac with a Prime sub, and Dolphin Lord with 2 months of Prime. No, my favorite, if if we're gonna be totally honest, if you want to know what really entertains me, what really gets me jazzed, is when people come in here with hot takes. That's by far the most entertaining moment for me. So if later on, if we got some downtime, if you got some hot takes, hit me with that. Is the money record still 1.2 million by Veer? Yeah, with a set seed. That's a seeded money. Well, no, I think by now Dr. Dreamo got like multiple trillions of dollars, right? Something like that. Dr. Dreamo probably. Do I know my win rate for gold stake? See, here's the funny thing about that. People used to ask me when I was teaching, people would ask like, oh, how many questions are on the exam? And it's like, what if I told you it was 5 questions? What if I told you it was 9 questions? Like, based on different answers that I give you, how would it affect, how would it change, how would it influence your study plan? Are you gonna study any differently? Like, if you want me to tell you, I'll tell you, but I wanna know, like, why does it matter to you? How many questions? There are 60 minutes worth of questions on the exam. How do you know what 60 minutes worth of questions is? Well, we had a bunch of, quizzes and practice stuff, and so, you know what 10 minutes worth of questions feels like. So it's just 5 times that amount, basically. And so when people ask me, what is my win rate on gold stake, like, I could calculate a percentage, but does it matter if it's 92% or 94% or 73%? Not so bad. Hey, Andy. Andy, thank you for the 2 months. And Gabby, thank you for 2 months as well. What's the best way to get unseeded naneinf gold stake? Okay. So you want to get random seed naneinf, but you want to do it on gold stake, which admittedly seems challenging, right? Okay. We do. So brainstorms out of here. We take a $260 reroll there. Okay. If you want to do it on a random seed, okay, but you want to do it on gold stake, okay, I would say the easiest way is spend 5 hours restarting until you get per KO and anti 1. It's gonna take you 5 hours, but that's better than 5 hours of runs that fail, right? So instead of failing for 5 hours, you just start with per KO and then it'll work for sure, 100%. That's the easy way. Is that the fun way? I don't know, but that's the easy way. Get per KO, die in anti-4. Well, if you get per KO and you still end up losing, then maybe you got to go back to class. Maybe you got to go back to school first. But you know what? Not everyone's ready to naneinf. Sometimes it takes a little bit other stuff. You got to practice the fundamentals first. And especially trying to do it on gold stake, good luck. I think you could do it. Eventually you could do it. Maybe not right away, and that's okay. Has it really been 300 rerolls with no cola, or am I tripping? Am I crazy? Sorry, there was another highlighted message here. Sorry. Any register of somebody who was able to defeat all bosses on the normal game? Defeat all bosses? Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean by defeat all bosses? Like, oftentimes you get a powerful run which has some certain dependencies, like maybe you have the Baron and the Mime, you're dependent on your face cards, you're dependent on Not just kings, but I have like kings of spades, and so like the spade debuff boss. And so can you beat all 25 bosses without skipping any bosses? Is that what the question is? Is there any record of someone doing that? I feel like maybe we have done that at some point. One of the benefits of doing the observatory, especially observatory with high card, is it doesn't really matter what's in your deck. You just play high card and then you win, right? So you're kind of protected against whatever bosses. Yeah, that would be another challenge. So there's the anti-8, 16, 24, 32. Those are the finisher bosses. You only get 4 of those, right? 8, 16, 24, 32. So if you want to fight all 5 of the finisher bosses, you need to do a boss reroll. No, you need to use time travel, right? So you do anti-8, and then from anti-9, you go back to anti-8. You do anti-8 again. Or you start in anti-8, you go to anti-7, but you keep the boss. So you beat the anti-8 boss in anti-7. And you get another anti-8, you get another anti-8 boss. You would need some kind of time travel. Hey Dreamo, we were just talking about you. Dreamo, how much money you got? What's the most money you made in the game? Because we're pretty sure you got the most. Not trillions. Okay. 340 million. 340 million? Ah, that's chump change. I thought we were in the billions already, Dreamo. I thought you were better than this. Hey, where the how come? Hold on. No cola. $50,000 no cola? What do you mean, no cola? This was maybe not the best shop. Yeah, I could see that. I could see someone might be disappointed by these results. I should have taken the golden ticket there, just cut our losses. Alright. Wait, but we don't have the burglar anymore? Unfortunate. We might not get that many negatives. Take a free reroll or do the golden ticket. Ow. 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 We got another 100K. I mean, kinda. Mail-in rebate? No, golden ticket's better. Sorry. Sorry about the hesitation. Alright. No, it's fine. It's fine. We did it. It's okay. Alright. Copy the percolator. We kinda did it. Alright. Copy the burglar. We gotta skip. Take the negative. Alright. Hold on. Let's go down here. Okay. Get the negatives. Yum. Okay. Where's that serpent at? You know, we need $500,000 in anti-24. Are we gonna get enough money by then? Okay, so copy. Golden ticket. And sock my buskin. So if I go in here, Sock My Buskin goes, let me do some thunkulations. Probably like that, if I had to guess. All right. And then flush him. Dr. Dreamo's last message? Where's Dr. Dreamo? Dr. Dreamo, you liked, yeah, I referenced you. I mean, I don't do any set seed stuff anymore. And part of that is because of you, Dr. Dreamo. Part of that is you sort of demonstrated, okay, sort of what is possible with a set seed. And it's like, okay, well, if that's what we're up against, then there's no competition anymore. So, you know, if people want to find out what is possible from sort of set seed stuff, then I'll just point them over here. Dr. Dreamo's done it already for everyone to see. Which is great, because then I don't have to. Oh, we're still getting like $1,200 per hand. We're making a full economic recovery. All right. All right, Short Stack wants to know, what is the bean bug? Oh yeah, if you, there's a chat command, there's a video, it explains it in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes of video. First 2 minutes of the video explains the bean bug, whatever that means. But basically the idea is there's a glitch that allows you to permanently increase your hand size. And what we've done in this run is we've used ectoplasm to convert the hand size into blueprints and brainstorms. Negatives. All right, we can do 5. We could do 3. We could do 1. Oop. Also, thanks for asking. I'm sure other people were curious as well. The way that we've got it, you've got to be a follower in order to do the chat, and you have to be a follower for like 10 minutes. So if you like just tuned in and maybe have no idea what's going on, you got to wait 10 minutes until you can ask what's going on. And so, yeah, I appreciate you asking for folks who can't ask themselves. All right, we got the fist. We got crazy. I forgot we did the negative tags. We got so lost in the sauce making all the money. I forgot we got the negative tags. Oh, we got the Midas mask? Oh yeah, we did the Midas mask on the 1 king, and then now it turned into gold. The blue king. Sick. We didn't get as much money that round. That's factual. That's true. Okay, we got another scholar. We got a golden joker. That's more money. You son of a biscuit. Wait, no. Wait, this is the best timeline. Wait. We could do the move. We could do the thing. We could do, look, you go, here's the cola, here's the brainstorm. We get another double tag. That's kind of, that's kind of gas. We got another splash, okay. Let me appreciate the cola a little bit longer. That's kind of huge. Okay. Okay. Is the doctor just a scholar? Reskin scholar? Yeah, if we go over here, where is it? That's a scholar. You could tell because it's got the A on it. Alright, I have death, so I can open the Arcana pack. Hey look, ectoplasm. Blueprint and Brainstorm are compatible with cell effects. Yes. I think Blueprint and Brainstorm might not be compatible with, what's it called? The Invisible Joker. I think it used to, and then we decided to make it not compatible anymore. Pretty sure that's how the history goes. Yeah, that got removed. Yeah. Alright, so I have Burglar, I have Dice. I replaced the golden ticket with Mime. We're going into the Serpent, we want to get a Mime. So let's do that, let's get a Mime. Negative Cola acquired? Heck yeah. Hit the road. Nice. What's the dice doing for us? Yeah, it gives us twice as much parking money. Think about that. Twice as much money. Okay? I think it's another cola. Hey, look. This is $100. It doesn't look like it, but it is. Trust me, we've done the math. Imagine having 50 dice. The probability on the, what is it? Parking, it's 2 out of 2. It's 1 out of 2, and then it doubles to 2 out of 2. If you change it to 4 out of 2, it doesn't make it happen anymore. It either is guaranteed or it's not. Dice is more like 2.6 times more money. Maybe. Hey, look, another Baron. What are we trying to do? I don't need parking, I just need a Mime. 4 dice will guarantee Wheel of Fortune. That's true. I guess there was a temperance there. What do we want Wheel of Fortune to hit? Whoa, that's a cool bean. 2 dice will guarantee it. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune will be guaranteed. Cool beans. Alright, I guess I'll take DNA. No, that's a trap. We didn't get a negative gift card, huh? That would have been cool. Where's the Mime? So the Mime does more than just double our money. The Mime is probably worth breaking the bank. Probably worth doing some re-rolling. Shiny Fist? Lord Freet, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Sorry, that was 8 minutes ago. I told you I'm shopping. Let me go to the store and get the milk real fast. I'll be right back, I promise. We get another parking. Don't get too excited. It's a common joker. Promise I'll be back. Yeah. Yeah. Straight into ad time. Where the Mime at? What's the strat with the negative cola? So if you get a blueprint or a brainstorm, currently we're maxed out on blueprints and brainstorms, right? We don't have any more space. So if you get another blueprint or brainstorm in the shop, it's not entirely wasted. You can buy it and then sell it to copy a cola. So here's a blueprint, right? We go, okay, this blueprint can copy a cola. You can see it copies the cola. You sell the cola. Oop. And then you get another blueprint. That's it. I know we have 51 out of 52, but that's the idea. My last Joker slot is for the mime. Yeah, blueprint copies cola, brainstorm also. There, that was a $200 reroll. Man, we're just hemorrhaging money all over the place. Well, how come we spent all this money, we didn't get any colas, and now after we do the skip tag, after we do the negative, all of a sudden we got colas now? Alright, I gotta sit up. Hurt my back down there. $200 rerolls. I want that mime money. Oh, here we go. Bang. Oh. Yum. Oh. Again. That Joker was worth a few dollary dues. No mime is getting a little bit sad, a little bit suspicious. Maybe we're being too picky here. Maybe we should pick up all the spade face cards. Oh, because the Midas mask can turn all the face cards into gold anyway. If they're not already gold, we can make them into gold. Maybe just the kings. Maybe the red seal doesn't matter that much. Why don't we try judgment? Yeah, we could do a couple of judgment cards. We got room. Oh, look, here's another cola. There's a bean. Dang. Tony, you like watching Raffle? Yeah, I'm glad you're able to enjoy both. If you think, you know, if you like me not being snarky to people in the chat and stuff like that, then you just haven't been here long enough. All right, we sell the brainstorm. We got another cola. I got that restrained teacher snark. Yeah. It's a skill that definitely you get time to practice as a teacher, where like you make a joke at the student's expense, but it goes over their head, and then so like to you and like your office buddy, it's funny, but it goes over their head so they're not offended by it. One of the jokes that I miss, I don't get to make anymore because I'm not teaching math anymore, You're working on a problem and the problem's got like a lot of parts to it, got a lot of steps, and then you get to the end of this really long problem and you're like, oh yeah, you know, that was a tough one. You know, it's like an ogre. Kids these days are too young, they don't get that reference. Yeah. Alright. It cost me $300 for a reroll. I got no mime, but I got a throwback. I'm gonna lose it. I feel like I'm going insane trying to get that mime. It's gotta be just like right around the corner, right? This is payback. This is payback for all the other times we got lucky and we got the thing right away. Now we can't get, now we have all the money in the world, we can't get the thing. All right. I was gonna say $50,000, we could go one more. All right. Ajax, thank you for the 10 months of Prime. Ajax, this one's for you. Let's make some money together. Let's make sure we're copying the percolator and then go next. Hey, wait a second. We got the negative ectoplasm. You know what that means? That means we could get rid of this one. Or we could just keep it. I think we just keep it. We got the 1 out of 300. Okay. Copy the burglar. Okay. I want the mime here or here? Probably there. Reserve parking. Okay, so we got parking, we got mime. I can turn the 9s into kings. I could save my death cards, but I'm lazy, so I'll just do it here. All right, let's make some money. That's $800 already. That's $880. Huge. Do a slow one just for the fans. Alright, we could do a slow one. I'm not gonna do... There. We'll do a slow one. With 18 cards, this is what it looks like. I'm not gonna do the full, like, 40 cards or whatever, but we'll do 18. Alright, Gabby wants to know, does Judgment have the same probabilities as the Jokers in the shop? Correct. So like, when you use a Judgment card, 25% of the time you're going to get uncommon, 5% of the time you're going to get a rare, 1 out of 300 times you're going to get a negative. This is already taking a while. It's getting kind of stressful how long it's taking. It's making me anxious how long it's taking. Dr. Dreamo, hey, thanks for hanging out. Dr. Dreamo, I hope you're doing well. Hope you get a good night's sleep. This is the coin star, $1 at a time, 1 penny at a time. Eve's got to head out as well. Eve, it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube tomorrow. This VOD will be on YouTube tomorrow. No delay. What I don't know is whether or not we're going to finish the run. Given that it's ante 29 now and we're trying to get to ante 39, I don't know if we're going to finish it tonight. I'll tell you what, if we don't finish it tonight, we will continue this run on Friday. At the same time on Friday. Drizzle says there's no way we're gonna finish it today. Well, I mean, we're not gonna finish it this way. Hold on. Drizzle's been around this rotisserie before. How dare you quote the code phrases back to me? The ancient words. Alright, it's turbo time. We gotta get we gotta get booking here. We gotta get moving if we're gonna get done by you know, 3 more hours. He was there when it was written. I mean, to be fair, in all honesty, Drizzle has been with us since the very beginning. The ancient times. He was there when the foundations were laid at BalatroU University. Got the badge to prove it. That's the real stuff right there. Whack 5 nose. Alright, how much money is this? Hold on. This is the big one. This is the maximum. Okay? That's $3,000. Oh, okay. So like $3,000 per hand? Sure. You know what's funny? We actually get to use all of our hands. Kinda. All of our cards. I would say there's a little bit wastage here. I think if we did DNA maybe 2 more times, it would be enough cards. But I'm not mad about it. I think we made our money back. I think we sent a message. Let's do this. Let's go dramatic final hand. Let's do slow it down a little bit. I want to grab the mime. All right, get ready. Let's grab that mime. That's 800 bucks. Nice. Question. Hey look, we got the clearance sale. That might affect our temperance value. The question I gotta know is, what are we gonna spend all this money on? I guess one thing I want to spend my money on right now is opening this Arcana pack. More colas. You would. You would. Because, okay, so here's the thing, right? We could just re-roll to get blueprints and brainstorms to copy colas. We could do that as deep as you want to go. Okay, no, let's do this. All right, hear me out. We, right now, in the next 2 antes, and by 2 antes I mean the next 3 hours, in the next 3 hours, let's make as much money as we can in the short term, and then that way when we get to ante 24, we can bean it up. Go for $1 million. We don't need $1 million. We could do $1 million. What's the point of making all the money if you can't spend it? All right, I need Kings of Spades. I need Death. I need maybe Strength. I would take a Strength card. Can I get a Strength card? Arcana? Queen and Jack, I can use strength. I could do Queen and 10. I could do 2 10s become Jacks, but I think I want to do Queen or Kings just because I want to have all Kings. There we go. Okay. Show the bull. Okay. Okay. There's the bull. Quarter million chips on the bull, I guess. We've done bigger. I don't have room for this cola. That's okay, I guess. Death. Just sold the blueprint. I mean, you never know if the blueprint's gonna come back or not. Maybe I take the strength. Maybe we stop re-rolling at 100. Alright. Copy Perkeo. Oop. Copy the burglar. Stack the plutonium. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to switch from the mime to the golden ticket because the golden ticket technically gives me more money in the short term, but that's okay. We go parking on the left. We go mime here. Like that. We go 2 queens with strength. And the 10 becomes a king. Maybe I save the death card for a 9. That's okay. Alright, now let's play the pairs. Nice. Sorry, DeWoj? I'm gonna say DeWoj. Yeah, DeWoj says they got negative 30. $30 in debt? That's crazy. One time, so there's a challenge. What is it? The Rich Get Richer challenge? Is that the one where... No, it's not Rich Get Richer. It's luxury tax. If you have more money, you get less hand size. But if you have negative money, you get positive hand size. And so we did a run where we had like negative $120 in debt. We had a bunch of credit cards. And then so it gave us, I don't know, like plus 20 hand size or something like that. That was kind of fun. Negative $140. Yeah. Negative money, positive hand size. There was another one. I did a gold stake run trying to get the most debt that I could in 8 antes. And so we got at least $100 in debt from just rentals. All right. Play the pairs. See, now we're cooking. Now we're jamming. Now we're moving really quickly. Well, as quickly as we can, under the circumstances. Who built my custom mod? Oh, the one that has like... Well, the face cards, this is... I think this is Kania, right? Or this could be Yorick, but the face cards, that's Kitty. Kitty also did all the emotes for the channel. Not all of them, but most of them. The text mod that we have that changes like the words in the game where it says ship it, that was done by, I call him DJ Nasty. So DJ Nasty is also responsible for the Brainstorm mod, also made the Saturn mod. This blueprint mod that was created by Stupid, also creator of the Cartomancer mod. Alright, I can finish with high card. I'm not going to move the mine, whatever. Yep. E117. Okay. Hey, we could square up. You know, we could play 4-card hands. So blueprint, where's my cola? There's my cola. Blueprint. Boop. It's so sick. The cola is so sick. There's a hermit. We have the technology. Is Nasty still around? I think he ended up getting busy with school and so hasn't really been around. Yeah, we said, you know, obviously the cola, using a joker slot for the cola to hold on to it forever is maybe not worth using a joker slot, but if it's negative, if it doesn't cost me anything, it's huge. How much longer are we going to do this today? Maybe like 2-3 more hours, but not longer than that. If we don't finish tonight, then we will continue on Friday. We don't normally stream Balatro on Fridays, but you know, we got to get through it eventually. Hey look, we got delayed gratification. That's the second one. At some point, I could organize my jokers. Maybe I'm supposed to take the next death card that I see, or the next strength card that I see. Are we getting so many negatives? We're just re-rolling a lot. We're probably, with 100 re-rolls, you probably get to see 300 jokers. I would say in this shop, definitely we had above average number of negatives. But we should see about 1 negative per shop, basically. All right, copy the percolator. And I just want to double check here. We need to make 10 planet cards per round, so I just want to make sure I have enough. All right, copying the burglar. Reroll the boss. We'll take care of it right now. Sorry, first time chatter. Been enjoying the Pokemon runs. You know what's crazy? Because we'll do the Pokemon runs on stream sometimes, not all the time, but every once in a while. And then like, I'll put it on YouTube. No thumbnail, no title, I'll just put it on YouTube just to put the VOD on there. And then a bunch of people will watch it anyway. So, you know, if you appreciate the Pokemon stuff, I appreciate that it doesn't take me any work to put it on YouTube. Alright, let's use death on 9. I'm gonna hold death until I get to 9s. Would I consider doing a highest reroll record? We've done that before. We did like $500 rerolls. I mean, we could do it here in this run if you want. Obviously, in this run, we used a glitch, we used a bug, we used, it's a game-breaking exploit. Would you agree with me that this is pretty game-breaking what we've done here? So, I mean, yeah, we could get like a big reroll number, we could get a big amount of money or whatever. Also, who cares about what the literal record is, right? It's all about, you know, you get your personal best. The best we've ever done. Do it just for fun, just for the sillies, right? What does balanced mean? That's a feature of the plasma deck. So plasma deck is weird. When you score your points, however many chips and mult you have, it equalizes them. So what it does is it adds them together and it takes the average. So it spreads it evenly. That's why it says balanced. The chips and mult become balanced. I've got some mods on that make the animations go really fast, but you should be able to see that the number on the left is the same as the number on the right. Basically add them together and then divide by 2. Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't gotten to that part of your middle school math curriculum yet, the average is when you add them and divide by 2. We only have 35 rounds. We need like 16 blueprints per round. We're going to round 120. So we got like 60 more rounds left. You like the hairdo? Yeah, Kitty is my stylist. Kitty I say emote artist because that's mostly what she's done for me, but you know, she does great pixel artwork as well, has done a bunch of the Jokers for the extra credit mod. And other mods as well. Alright, we got another blueprint. Alright, get the cola, get the blueprint. Wait. Okay, and then we sell it. Okay, great. Hello, Raiders. Hello, SBAV. Welcome. Yeah, for folks just tuning in, we're doing the Observatory. We're doing it big style. We got a couple blueprints and brainstorms. Currently, we have only 300 plutonium, but we're trying to get to 800. If you get to 870, you could get naneinf even without any barons or mimes or other kind of scoring jokers. You can get naneinf with just the Observatory, just the planet cards. That's what we're trying to do. There's another cola that I can't afford unless I sell a blueprint. Bummer. You know, I was about to say we haven't seen a brainstorm in a while. We've hit like 3 blueprints in a row, but no brainstorm. Man, if I had I had thought it, but if I had said it like half a second faster, that would have been great. Anyway, we can do this again. So because we have a negative cola, I can sell my blueprint and then that'll give me a double tag and make room for my brainstorm. The technology. Nobody's ever done this kind of run before. Yeah, but I imagine maybe some other people will try after seeing how it's done. I feel like we got a pretty good demo. We got a pretty good example of how you would do it if you wanted to yourself. Yeah, if you weren't here earlier, we did get 2 different negative tags. And of course you get random negatives when you're just shopping and re-rolling, but we did get 2 different negative tags. Probably the most exciting ones, negative reserve parking, negative sock and buskin. Currently, the way that we make our money, so we also got negative minus mask, negative splash has been useful actually. The bull says 384,000. Some people did the bean run before the dock. Absolutely. Yeah. The question was if you could survive long enough to do the hand size glitch again in Ante 16. And then from there, how would you profit from that? What would you use the extra hand size for? Can I share the seed? I don't have the seed right now because it's a random seed, but if you wanted to, you could get the information from YouTube. So the first maybe like 5-6 hours of this run are on YouTube, so you could get it from there. How is this random? So to be completely fair, to be completely honest, we did use the brainstorm mod, and the way the brainstorm mod works is it generates random seeds until it finds a seed that fits your search criteria. And so what we did was we searched for, I want Perkeo, I want Observatory. In the first 2 antes, this happens. So instead of manually restarting and then spamming a bunch of runs myself, we use the brainstorm mod. But after that point, then it's random, then it's unknown. Okay, but also to be fair, we did use this sort of game-breaking glitch that allowed us to increase our hand size. And so of course, if you use the game-breaking glitch, you're gonna do some game-breaking kind of stuff. So, you know, let's not get too excited about what's going on here. There's a lot of asterisks. Wing cap, can't stop me. Can't stop him from getting excited. All right, that's fair. You got me. Mobile version might have trouble handling this. That's fair. That makes sense. What are we re-rolling for? I'm re-rolling for random negatives. Also, every blueprint or brainstorm that we find is another double tag. Another double tag turns into more negative jokers if we get a negative skip, which we've already gotten 2. So, I mean, you know, we're just re-rolling because I like pushing the button. See, look, we got another blueprint. So we can copy the cola, sell the blueprint, and then pick up another one. Man, you folks, you've been really on point with the questions tonight. I really appreciate it, folks. Let's go next. All right, it's money time. It's burglar time. Yep. All right, parking, and we do have a mime for some money. Okay, I want to turn my queens into kings. I want to use death on the 9. How many hands would the ectoplasm make me lose? How many hands would the ectoplasm make me lose? It's, sorry, you must mean hand size. It's -12 hand size. Our hand size is 14, it's -12. Is the reason why I haven't done it yet. Because I like having cards in hand so we can make money. All right, 2 queens we can strength up. Only been playing for a couple weeks, and this game is driving you nuts. Oh. I mean, here's the thing. Everybody got to start somewhere, right? Maybe what? Sorry, maybe I'll wait until the ad breaks over. Give me 60 seconds. I get rid of the jacks. A challenge for chat. Can you win a run before Doc finishes ante 23? You probably got like at least 30 minutes for ante 23. Am I a developer? Nope. I'm a very terrible programmer. I'm not a developer. Get naneinf before the doc. You could probably get naneinf in like, I don't know, maybe 80 minutes? Maybe hour and a half? Wingcap's gonna try right now. Alright, now that the ads are over, yeah, if you are new to the game and you're looking for some tips, how to play better, how to play less bad, definitely that's a thing that people come here for. Maybe the stuff that I'm doing right now is not super relevant to your gameplay. Maybe there's not much that you can learn right here necessarily. So I highly recommend the BalatroU Basics, #1. So BalatroU University on YouTube, the video is called BalatroU Basics 1. Technically there's a BalatroU Basics 2 and 3. They're okay. #1 is really all you need. It's an old video, it's not a perfect video, but it is an informative video. It's a long video, but it's also dense with information. A lot of information thrown at you. And different people are gonna have different needs. And so, you know, maybe you don't need all of that information. Maybe you could skip a little bit. Maybe you can play it on 2x speed. I hear from people that's effective. Basically, the idea is just watch as much of that as you can tolerate. And then you'll pick up some things. Alright. We're almost, with the double tags, almost off the screen. Watching the doc on 2x speed sounds crazy. Well, I mean, some people on the YouTubes, that's the only way that they experience it. And then so when they visit from YouTube and they're like, oh, you know, it's my catching the first stream for the first time, they're like, it's crazy different. Talk so slow. Hey, look, Northern Lion. One guy managed to reach ante 39 in 39 minutes. Yep. That's one of the crazy things that's possible if you're playing on a set seed. Listen to him emphasize that it's a set seed. I should try to pick up King of Spades. Alright, visualize King of Spades. King of Spades. Hey, look, another Midas mask. How long did it take me to get my first naneinf unseated? I got the world's first naneinf unseated. How long did it take me? That's a potentially difficult question to answer. Like, I probably played the game for about 500 hours before I did it, you know? But I wasn't trying to. Until I knew that it was possible. Someone told me it was possible. I'm like, all right, if we know that it's mathematically, technically it's possible, now I know what to do, and then I'll just do it. What have I cooked up in a set seed? There have been some old ones. I was able to get naneinf in without endless mode. So like anti-8 naneinf. That was, at the time, kind of fun. At the time, kind of impressive. At the time, a record. But then now the record is round 13 by Fudge. Naneinf by round 13. Christmas special seeded run. What was that one? Oh, dang, stupid. That's a callback. That's ancient lore. Yeah, so I guess like the game used to be only 5 antes. That was it. You only had 15 rounds to get your stuff together. And then also there were only 50 jokers. And so, you know, in the demo there was, okay, you could get Blueprint in the September demo, and then in the February demo there wasn't Blueprint anymore, there was Brainstorm. There wasn't Sock and Buskin, it was just Dusk. That was the only one. There was no Idol. Couldn't do Idol. Couldn't do Baron. Couldn't do Mime, right? The only X-Mult you could get was like Stencil and then Blackboard and then like Flower Pot. That was it. You could just get ×3. That was it. And then copy it with Blueprint for another ×3. And then maybe make some glass cards. And so one of the set seed things that we did was, you know, we got like a billion points or whatever. Oh, the Christmas special where we used the dagger. That was cool. Yeah. I guess another set seed thing that we did was, if I know what the contents of every ante is, if I know what the contents of every shop is, like I just have a list printed out, what you can do is, okay, if there's a negative tag, I'm going to re-roll exactly like 43 times. And then when I take the negative tag, the negative will go on to the next thing in the shop, and I can guarantee that it's a negative whatever you want. And so we did negative bananas. I got a bunch of bananas. Is that something that's cool? We got like, what was it, 9 bananas? All right, pick up another blueprint here. All right, I missed it earlier, but Vaughn Fingerbang, thank you for the 3 months. Stephen Bryant, thank you for the tier 1 sub. And Catsley, you know, like a half hour ago, thank you for the 10 months. I really appreciate all the support. -1 ante on the yellow deck. I haven't done that, but I saw that recently on YouTube. Someone else did it. There's a seed where you get all of the legendaries. You get 5 souls in the first 6 rounds. You get all the legendaries in the first 6 rounds. So that was a set seed that we did. Yeah. That's got to be in my top 3 favorite videos that I've done. Favorite runs. All right. Moochin, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I mean, if you just want to go to ante 39, we could just do it. We could just stop shopping. We already have enough blueprints and brainstorms. You would potentially, you know, maybe miss out on some stuff. We want to do the bean in ante 24. All right. I have one more 9. One more 9 in the whole deck. So let's copy the parking, copy the mime, and then start shipping it. What's the goal? Maybe I should use death on the 10. I don't know if I'm going to draw the 9 actually. I'm not going to be able to see all my cards. Anyway, the goal tonight, can we get naneinf with just the Observatory? Observatory, that's the one that gives you times 1.5 molt for each planet card. You need 870 planet cards to get naneinf. So let's do that. So the question is, okay, can we do that? Have we done that? The answer is yes. So if, you know, okay, if we get the mathologist in here and then we crunch the numbers and we count, okay, how many rounds are left and how many Pluto cards are we making per round? Are we going to get to 870? Of course, yes. So maybe that takes a little bit of the drama out of it. Maybe that takes a little bit of the fun out of it. So now the new goal, make a lot of money and then find something to spend it on. Did we get a negative cola? We got both. There's negative Midas and a cola. Drizzle, thank you for 5 more scholarships, 5 more gifted subs. Folks, if you want to join the university Discord, !Discord for instructions. The short version is you go to your Discord settings and look for connections. If for whatever reason you have trouble getting in, almost always the fix is you disconnect your Twitch and your Discord and then you reconnect, and then that'll update your permissions. Ooh. Drizzle is competing with Wingcap for the #1 spot on the leaderboard. The scholarship leaderboard. I mean, it's a close race between Drizzle and Wingcap, and sometimes Zeno as well. You know, Murphy will come in here. Murphy will come in here and drop 5 and then leave immediately. We play the pair. Play the 9. That Murphy, he's a busy guy. He's got a day job. I don't. I get to play Balatro all day. Good old gift and run. $300,000 dues. Oh yeah, we got 2 hallucinations in here somewhere. Do I ever get bored? I don't know, bored. Maybe not. Sometimes I get tired. Sometimes it's like, oh, the thing that I'm working on is actually kind of challenging. And then so maybe I'll stop doing the challenging thing and then come back to it later. Like I'll take a break. Sometimes with these kinds of runs, because they last so long, sometimes you get fatigued, like clicking all of the temperances and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, well, maybe we'll stop doing the stuff that doesn't matter. Somehow difficult to get bored of Balatro. Yeah, that's one way to put it. What's the new Joker? New Joker? You might be referring to... Hold on, I can get it. That's my showman. That's Chip. Sorry, if I were the new Balatro update, what month would I release it? Okay. The question is, if there's gonna be a new BalatroU update, if I had control over it, if it was ready and it could be released at any time, at what time would I choose to release it? Is there a good release time for the update? I mean, if it's ready, I would just release it immediately. I guess like the true answer is it'll get released when it's ready, and maybe, you know, if it's not ready, then it's not going to get released yet. Goose Lounge, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Think you missed the first part of this run. Can we go back? Can we get a refresher? All of the lectures are recorded, so you can go back and you can watch it back on YouTube. Get caught up that way. Obviously, you can't do both. You can't get caught up at the same time as watching live, so you got to pick. You got to, okay, well, I accept that, you know, maybe either I'm going to watch it right now live and not understand what's going on, or I'm going to go watch the old stuff and then get caught up, and then when the live stuff becomes a YouTube video, then I'm going to watch it later. That could be a strategy. Either way, I wish you luck and I appreciate the support. I appreciate the viewership. Every eyeball counts. Yeah, the short version is we use the glitch to increase our hand size. We use ectoplasm to turn the hand size into jokers. What kind of jokers? Blueprints and brainstorms. Blueprints and brainstorms so we can copy Perkeo. Perkeo so that we can copy planet cards and get a bunch of points with the observatory. 352 planet cards. All of these other negatives we got from negative skip tags. Negative skip tags, if you get colas, you get double tags, you can get more negatives. How do we get so many colas? Well, we just got, when you have this many jokers, you get a lot of money and you can do a lot of re-rolling. Joe, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I missed a Pluto card. I'm devastated. The feast is ruined. What are we re-rolling for now? Death and strength. Oh, look, there's another Northern Lion. That makes 2. You know what? We could do a little organizing here. We could take this scholar. Hold on. All right, we got 2 scholars. We got 2. There's a swashbuckler here too, right? We got 2 delayed gratification. We got 2 of those. So delayed gratification and delayed gratification. Northern Lion. 2 Midas masks. So let's go Midas mask here. Alright, sorry about all the, you know, if it's making you sick, all the motion here, but we got all the delayed gratifications, we got the hallucinations, we've got 2 Mad Joker, Clever Joker, we got Northern Lion 1, we got Northern Lion 2. 2 Sixth Senses, that's interesting. We got 2 Midas masks. There's a business card. Yeah, so for anyone who missed it earlier, we've got Swashbuckler says 231. We got Glutinous Joker, Shoot the Moon. There's a Showman. Crafty, Sly Joker. You could put Sly Joker over here, put Crafty Joker in between. Maybe. We got a Luchador, we got a Bull. Bull says 590,000. We got 2 splashes. Let's put the splashes together. Got a business card. Business card gives us money. Yeah, there's a banner. There's Todd. We got a fist. We got a crazy Joker we can put over here. We got misprint. I guess that fits kind of in the same department. There's a golden Joker. Todd feels like between a golden Joker and a glutinous Joker. Let's organize. Yeah, the purple ones. I feel like maybe... No, that was better. Okay, we could go Scary Face goes with the blackboard, with the Hit the Road. Hit the Road goes there. Raised Fist is kind of yellow. Maybe Raised Fist goes here. Maybe Raised Fist goes here. No, Raised Fist is brighter in color. Throwback. Throwback looks absolutely sick. Alright, regular Jimbo goes with these friends over here next to the misprint. And Chip and Dice. There we go. Oh, Pants. Okay. I think we did it. I think that was success. Alright. Oh, that was exhausting. Just that little bit there, that was exhausting. Let's take a strength card. I want a death card before I leave the shop. We have the tarot merchant, right? Vouchers. Tarot merchant. Cool. Shuffle me Jimbo's boss. How dare you? Why would you summon that curse on me? We've got this. We've got the boss reroll. We have protection against the dark arts. Alright, so we copy the percolator. We got the blueprints. We got the brainstorms. Go next. 365 plutonium. We want to copy the burglar for the extra hands. We want to go parking and mime. Blue mimes, brainstorm on the parking. Death, I would like to use it on a 9. But I don't know if I'm going to draw the 9. We will try. How many gifted subs would it take for us to re-roll into the boss, the Shuffle Me Jimbo's boss? There's got to be a number, right? Because, I mean, here's the thing. If I do it, then you got to sit through me reorganizing. After it gets shuffled, you got to sit through it. Alright. Also, it's going to cost me a crazy amount of money. C-Dubs. C-Dubs with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, C-Dubs. That's awesome. Oh, it also means we don't get to do the bean again. I think that's the biggest... That's really what people want to see, right? Tell you what. We have... It's Ante 23 right now. Okay. Ante 24, that's when you get the finisher bosses. That's when you get the Violet Vessel. That's where you get the Crimson Heart. So, how about if we get 100 subs, starting now, if we get 100 subs before the end of Ante 24, we'll shuffle me Jimbos. And then, yeah, then we don't get to do the bean. No, don't do it. It's a lot of subs. Yep. The best part is there's an ad break right now, so people who aren't already subbed, they don't know this information. They don't know about the bounty. Would bean actually help me? A kleptomania? I mean, the bean is how we got to where we are now. And so maybe it could be interesting to try again with the bean. Dark It, thank you for the... Sorry. Dark Ill, I guess? Dark, thank you for the 5 months of Prime. $99 left. Okay. Subscribers, don't tell people what the countdown's for, but 99 left. Alright. Now let's go high card. Oop. Has the doc ever played IRL poker? I've played like home games. You know, you just play with your buds. You decide, okay, one night we're gonna play poker. Instead of Magic, we're gonna play poker one time. I've done that. Giardini? Giardini, thank you for a gifted sub. Stupid, that's 7 gifted subs as well. Alright. 91 more to go. Chris, thank you for another gifted sub. 90 more to go. I got a bunch of fools. Alright, I guess... Bummer. Alright, let's go in here. Can we get the plutonium? Nope. Airable Ninja, that's another 5. Wing Cap gives us 5 as well. Okay, so that's 80. I mean, there's no need to rush, okay? It's the end of Ante 24. There's a lot of time between now and then. Alright, do I want this cola? Are we not counting the 5 from C-dubs? Wait, I thought I counted those already. You distracted me. There was a blue joker. I know, we missed a cola. Technician, thank you for another gifted sub. Alright. I'm shopping now. Someone else is gonna have to keep track. Alright, I'm not shopping anymore. Alright, let's go copy the burglar. Yeah, make sure we do the serpent. Alright. Sure. What's the deck look like, by the way? We got 61 kings. That's nice. I only have 7 more 10s. Alright. Play the jacks. Start a bounty to change it back. Luckily, so I always move Perkeo to the end when I'm shopping, just in case. That way we don't miss. Alright, we can do the 10s. I think Fable wants to get back in the room again. Hold on. Alright, we back. 2 queens. There we go. Would it be better if you copied Mercury instead of Pluto? Yes. There's a lot of reasons why Mercury would be better. One of the reasons we ran into recently is because we have high card, we can't use DNA because DNA ends the round when we play high card. If you have Mercury instead of Pluto, you can play high card still. You can still use DNA. You can still use Sixth Sense. When we're farming money from parking, of course, it's less efficient if we're playing 2 cards at a time instead of 1 card at a time. We don't get as many cards in hand. If I play 2 and draw 3, that's worse than playing 1 and drawing 3. The reason why we have the plutonium is because that's just the card that we got. That's just what showed up for us, so we took it. All right. 2,200. About $2,000 per hand. And then the last one. Oop. Alright, so we want to move the mine, we want to move the percolator. Okay, now we can do this. Liquidation. Okay. Technician, gifted sub. Mr. McFlufflekins, gifted sub. Audrizzle, another gifted sub. Thank you, folks. Manamot, thank you for another tier 1 sub. What's the count at? Whatever WinCap says it is. WinCap says 73. Okay. No negative tag. Got it. We can get a brainstorm. Okay, so we... Sorry, what crazy run have you tuned into? Hey, check this out. If you got cola, you can copy it with the blueprint, and when you do, you get a double tag. You can't see it, of course, because the double tags are off the screen, but trust me. That's what you tuned into. That's the kind of stuff that we got going on. Yeah, 73 left. That's the countdown. What's the mod that stacks up the... Sorry, stacks up the what? Stacks up the double tags? Yeah, there's a mod that does that. I don't currently have it installed, so I don't know, can't tell you. But that's another 10 gifted subs from Mr. McFlufflekins. Thank you. The countdown is, we got 73 to go. Alright, check it out. Brainstorm now, if we put cola on the left, now Brainstorm copies the cola, we can sell the Brainstorm, pick up a blueprint. Alright, there's a cola again. Oh, wait. We sell the dice, buy the cola, sell the cola, buy the dice. That's huge. Alright. Alright, we gotta do a little shuffle. We gotta do the Jimbo shuffle here. We do one of those. We take one of these. The blueprint brainstorm balance has been restored. I guess if that's something that you appreciate, if that's something that you want. I mean, it's gonna happen. We gotta sell another brainstorm. How many is that? That's like 5 this shop already. Kind of 6 shops so far. Not bad. Haven't found the bean though. Should I take a strength card? Yeah, I'll take a strength card. Now give me a death card. Ectoplasm, we got 2 ectoplasms, the next one's minus 12. We've used 11 ectoplasms so far. There's a banana. Hey look, that's the second flower pot. Let's see if I can eyeball it. It's right there. Boom, we did it. Wait, hold on. 2 flower pots. Where's any death? I can't take that cola, but I can take this death card. So I can do strength on the queen. I can do death on the king. These don't do anything, so we just skip. is the brainstorm copy effect. Is it a shader? The blueprint being able to copy, that's a shader, I think. The brainstorm probably is as well, or maybe it's some more advanced technology. Either way, it's the blueprint mod originally by Stupid, but then also the brainstorm half of it by Jonathan. Yeah, we really let Perkeo out of jail for this one. Normally we keep Perkeo locked up for exactly this reason, but you know, we really let Perkeo on the loose this one time. There's another scary face. Scary face is right here. I'm not gonna do it because it actually makes me a little bit dizzy when the jokers move by really fast. Brainstorm shader is detecting edges. Ah, okay. Edge detection. That's cool. I mean, it's all magic to me, right? Ah, bummer. So, alright. We copy the percolator. Go next. We copy the burglar. We get the mime ready. I want to use death on my 10s, so we can start by playing the queens. Get that reserve parking money. Pixel Salad about to go play Hollow Knight. Hey, that's... I haven't played it myself. I don't know very much about it, but it does seem like a fun game. I hear a lot of positive things about it, so yeah, good luck. Good luck with your Hollow Knight experience. How's the deck looking? Yeah, if we take a look here, I've got 74 of these kings. I only have 4 10s. So we're almost there, getting all face cards for my reserve parking. But we're kind of limited to only 2 death cards per round. So we need some strength cards as well. We do have a negative sock and buskin in here, by the way. So we can also make money with a golden ticket instead of parking. The reason why we're doing the parking is so that when we fight the serpent, you actually get a lot more money. Are we at $500,000 yet? What's my second favorite game of all time? Magic the Gathering. Do I like BalatroU more than Magic the Gathering? Do I like... It's close between Magic the Gathering, D&D, and of course this. What we're doing right now. So those are probably like my top 3 games. What's my favorite color combination? Favorite combination? Probably red, white, and blue. Actually, if I think about it, that's probably it. I'm gonna play the 10 because it's not a face card. Yeah, just coincidentally happen to be those colors. Alright. Drizzle gifted subs for Sleepy and also Strawberry Taco. Longtime fans Sleepy and Strawberry Taco. Thank you, Drizzle. I guess, like, you know, what kind of color combinations I like in Magic the Gathering, it depends on context, right? Some combinations are going to be better or more fun in certain formats compared to others. That's our second bus. Mostly the format that I play is the Commander format. And so, like, you have the one legendary character and then you build your whole deck around that one legendary character. And the legendary character that I like the most has the red, white, and blue colors. We're counting double tags? Potentially. They've gone kind of off the screen for me, so I lost count. Amity, thank you for the tier 1 sub. That should be close to 50 now, right? We've been going for maybe 3 hours now. I'm so dry. Might have to take a quick break so I could refill the liquids. Yeah. Gotta do a hydration break. I'll tell you what, when I'm done shopping, then we'll take a break. It makes me sad to see colors that we can't take. And probably we could take them. We could sell blueprints and brainstorms. We probably don't need as many as we have. But can't be bothered. I could just do this. See that blueprint? Boop. Alright, there we go. I'm looking for strength specifically. What are we looking for right now? I'm looking for random negative jokers. I'm looking for the strength tarot card. Amity, that's brand new to you. Yeah, Blueprint and Brainstorm is compatible with the cola. Look at that. Alright, we can take strength. Still beanless. Alright, well, if it hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen in the next shop. We're going next. We got the plutonium that we need. 404 plutonium. Copy the burglar. Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go parking here. We're going to go mime about there. We're going to go animations back on the menu. Let's slow it down. Alright, I'm going to go, let's see here. I want to use death on the 10s. I want to use strength on my 1 queen and maybe a jack. I can go ahead and play a pair of kings. And then I'm going to go refill my liquids. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. How many mimes do we have? We got negative shoot the moon. We also have a fist. Yeah, according to this, we got 7 mimes. So, of course, we got 6 blue ones. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 parking, 7 mimes, 9 parking. Is that true? Did I count that? No. Wait. 8 parking, 7 mimes. Alright. Back in the kitchen. Oh. Turn off the animations. What's the E11 coming from? Observatory only does it if we play high card. Baron, we sold the Baron. Is it just from... Let's do some sleuthing here. Where is the points coming from? We did play the polychrome cards. So... Raised fist, okay. Shoot the moon, okay. What else? Is it this? Oh, if you have 1,000,000 chips on the bull, isn't that like 1,000,000 times 1,000,000? Isn't that 1,000,000,000 points? Yeah, that'll do it? Okay. Yeah, okay, we found the culprit. Naneinf the bull. Gotta get the naneinf money first. 2 queens with the strength. 2 jacks. Gonna be a millionaire by the end of this run. You think only a million? We could be a multi-millionaire. What's the best D&D character? Right now I'm playing a druid, okay? Except I'm playing it as like a very powerful spellcaster. Like my whole thing is I cast very big, impactful spells, do a lot of damage, big damage, kill a lot of people. The character was inspired originally by Oogway from the Kung Fu Panda series. So imagine like Oogway's face, like I'm a turtle guy, turtle druid. And you know, Oogway got kind of like the crazy eyes. He's got like the 1,000-yard stare. Yeah, super nice guy. Always diplomacy first. Always like, oh, we got, you know, camp of bad guys over there, a bunch of orcs over there. I'm gonna walk over there just solo, and I'm gonna try to talk to them. And then inevitably, when things go wrong, it's like, all right, then I'm gonna cast a spell that like sucks the life out of these 4 people. They all instantly die, and then I steal their hit points. And then I summoned lightning down from the sky. Right now we've played this campaign with these characters for a decently long amount of time, so now we have relatively high level spells. And so I have a spell that it only hurts 1 person, but like you get the 1 person and it messes them up real bad. It does a bunch of damage up front, and then also poisons them for like 7 days or something like that. So my move is to like go in and then talk my way around, and then find out who the boss is, and then if they're not amenable, then I just give them a handshake, and then they die on the spot. Kill the leader immediately. Alright, we want to get the bean. We might be willing to sacrifice some of our money generators here, so that we can get more blueprints and brainstorms, so we can get more burglar action. I think we sell the mime actually, so we can get another blueprint. Where'd my blueprint go? There it is. Alright, so I need to keep the burglar. I can get rid of the dice. Got it. There's a mime. This is one of the runs of all time. It's giving me of all time kind of vibes, you know? Don't we want more beans instead of more blueprints? True. There is a trade-off there. I would agree. We'll see. I have the showman. We'll see how many beans we get. If we sell the showman, then it increases the chance of us getting the first bean, since it'll block all of these uncommons from spawning. Do we have any side quests for this run? Not yet, but maybe. Technically, Troubadour can do the thing. So here's, okay, I got potentially upsetting news. If we want to do the bean again, we got to get rid of the useless negatives. We got to get rid of some of the negatives, right? Ooh, the team is not happy about that. Grown kind of attached to all the negatives. Stupid is not surprised. Stupid already knows that this is how it works. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how many beans we get. Because, like, you know, with enough beans, potentially, with enough extra hand size, potentially, we could use, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 more ectoplasms. Doesn't it work if you only get 1 bean? I mean, second bean doesn't hurt. So, do I want to pick up a cola here? How deep are we going to go? We can take a cola here. Sell the burglar? No, we can't sell the burglar. We need the extra... At least 2 beans deep. We gotta do it because people would be upset if we didn't do it. I wonder how many beans we can actually get though. Because like... I think maybe 3 is a good amount. The money will just rot if we don't use it. I mean, sometimes it's fun to just have it. Just to have it. I mean, you don't get to $1 million if you spend $500,000, right? Oh, you know what it is? My, with my new computer, I got a new mouse also, and this new mouse is a wired mouse, and so when I let go of the mouse, it like jumps up here instead of down here every time I let go of it. Oh, the mouse is loud? Wait, you can hear the mouse? You should have told me hours ago. It's so clicky. Only when I talk. Okay. When I talk, it releases the noise gate. That's why. Hey, Luther, thank you for the Prime sub. I just won't talk then. Alright, not talking is worse. I missed the free reroll. Yeah, we got another clown. Okay. Talk to stay awake. My, if that isn't great advice. Okay, focused. Stay awake. Clicky, clicky, clicky. Hydration checkpoint? Okay, yeah. I got some more lemonade. Don't forget Luchador. Wait. Oh, sell Luchador now instead of later. Yeah, okay. We got a negative Luchador for folks who didn't see it earlier. No sealed cards in the shop. Yeah, that's a bug. The illusion, it says that you're supposed to be able to get seals. Enhancement edition of seals, but it's bugged. Can't get seals. How rude. Where did the negative cola come from? We took a double tag. Sorry, a negative tag. Negative skip. And I would do it again. Given the opportunity, I would do it again. Don't I need to sell all the negatives for the bean to work? You don't have to, but it does help. Did he sell the luchador yet? No. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh! BalatroU mod. My mouse moved. Alright, well that's, you know, that's how many beans we got then. I need to maybe do that. There, now the cord's longer. There we go. Ah, whatever. So, alright, here's... What are we doing now? Well, there's the Crimson Heart. So, I think it's 07 time. Do I want to keep Sokkin Buskin as a money generator with the golden ticket? I'll keep Sokkin Buskin. Definitely don't need the bus. Goodbye, Scholar. Northern Lion, $17 reduce. I don't think we need Midas Mask anymore. 6 cents maybe. Actually. We can get more negatives some other way. Splash has actually been useful, but maybe we can work around it. Business card gives us money. 6 cents is stinky. What else? Swashbuckler, Golden Joker. Luchador? No boss active. Okay. Bull? Bummer. We can get another showman probably. Probably we sell the showman, we find another one. Red card. Cola? We keep the negative cola. Alright, so this is what we want to happen. We want to copy the burglar. Okay. 40 hands. We need the debuff to go onto the bean. That's what needs to happen. Sokkin Buskin and business card are probably not worth it. I mean, maybe. Who cares? 40 hands. So we still copy the parking. We don't have the mime anymore, so we just copy the parking for money. We play 2 kings at a time. Copy the other parking for money. As soon as the debuff goes on the bean, then we get the profits. Okay. We did it. We got one. We got a live one. Sell the burglar. That's... we could get another burglar. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Sell blueprint as well. I guess the non-negative one, we could sell the non-negative one, but I gotta keep the negative ones. Play the jacks. It's just a matter of time. The blueprints, the chain is interrupted. All right, we got the bean again. Okay. We got beaned again. Okay. Play the 2 10s. We're doing it. See, if I had all the negative jokers, I wouldn't be able to move them as fluidly. All right, 2 jacks. Business card again. We've hit the business card a lot of times, actually. Bummer. We've hit this bean 3 times, but not the other one. Yeah, for folks who want to know what's going on, exclamation point bean. There's a video that explains it in about 2 minutes. But basically, when the bean gets debuffed, we get a permanent increase to our hand size. And we're trying to do it as many times as possible. Okay. I want just 1 more. I'll be happy with just 1 more. Bummer. Alright, we're out of cards. So, 2 kings. Brainstorm. Two jacks. Okay. Bummer. That's it. That's all we got. We got 3 of them though. Tip it. Sad. Should have sold the business card. Yeah, it turns out probably we didn't need the business card. Business card got hit 4 times. Yeah. Alright. Now we gotta start over at 0. Negative tag? Not this ante, turns out. Alright, free reroll. We can take a death card. Take a temperance. 6s for money. Okay. There's a DNA. Okay, I have 3 more 10s left. I can use death here twice. DNA saves us again? I guess. Is it a Midas mask? Before anything, I need to find the showman. I guess also burglar. There's the Baron again. No seance. We didn't actually get that much hand size. I probably just used the 2 ectoplasms. And then we can get another ectoplasm from an Omen Globe Arcana pack. Probably don't need seance for ectoplasm. Return of the Burger. Move the percolator just in case. Okay. We only misclicked like 3 times tonight. We have it already? What do we have? Oh, I missed the free reroll there. Where's the Showman? Showman, burglar, free reroll. That's the shopping list. Thank you. Thank you, Audrizzle. There's the burger. Okay. We got the burger, we got the mime, we got the dice. We can replace the beans with Showman. I guess maybe technically we don't need the Showman right away. We could just use the beans for money. Wheel of Fortune. Do we want a Wheel of Fortune? We do. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna use Judgment because the bean gives me more money if I just hold on to the bean. Swap the bean for a random uncommon. Well, +4 hand size is a lot of money when we have the parking and the mime. So I think it's worth to keep it. Could take the golden ticket. There's the Showman. All right, now we're back in business. Now that we got the Showman, now we're back in the kitchen. All right, holographic on the bean. That's great. No problem. So there's a blueprint. Blueprint replaces a bean. Okay. There's a brainstorm. Brainstorm could... What could we replace? I could use ectoplasm now. Absolutely not necessary. Yeah. Currently, if we use ectoplasm, it halves our hand size. We get half as much money. Maybe we just do this. That's a cola, right? I did that correctly. Yeah, I think for now, I'm just gonna do the colas. Heard the noise? Okay. Maybe roll the $200 just for fun. Look, another bean. Oop. Alright, 429. Copy the burglar. Go next. Parking. Oops, sorry, not the showman, but the mime. There we go. Tarot jacks. I didn't hold on to tarot cards, so... Oh well. Now how much money do we get? That's 2,000 bucks. Now every hand is 2,000 bucks. Well, except for that one because I didn't click 2 cards. Okay. All right, folks. I think that's gonna be the end for tonight. I think that's as much as I could do for tonight. There goes the $100,000. All right. Oh well.